and Minnesota went with J.J. McCarthy.
Here's Penix over the middle. Good throw and catch. McLeod. Giants showing a little pressure up the middle. And here it comes. Penix with a clean pocket. Fires and finds Drake London for a first down into Giants territory.
And again, he's going to be in there. He's going to hang in that pocket with everything collapsing around him. Watch the location of the throw. That is the big thing. The one thing that you'll hear about is his location. It was something he talked about. I know that that's something that...
Buzzing excitedly about the news as to whether Penix would be the starter, and he fires a strike to Darnell Mooney into Giants territory on the 49. And on first down, off the play fake, Penix. Fake throws, finds Mooney on the run. Darnell Mooney down to the 30-yard line. 3rd and 6. 5-man pressure. Penix throws. Mooney open over the middle, and Mooney down near the 15-yard line. He did not have a catch. Penix, and the sideline. He finds Mooney again.
But you talk about the ability to develop chemistry with a wide receiver. This is a timing route. That ball is off of Michael Penix's hand before Darnell Mooney comes out of that break. And for somebody to be able to stay.
Penix looking over the middle. He finds Drake London. London dancing around into the secondary and into Giants territory to the 41-yard line. Penix, Robinson up the sideline. Robinson slipping through Summers' grasp to get a couple of extra yards.
There hasn't been a person this week, or honestly throughout his whole career, that doesn't praise his professionalism.
And the catch for Chris Blair.
Getting beat on, it wears you down.
First down achieved, going to the air, going to London. Drake London sliding out of bounds. 4th down. Penix fires, caught London. Spinning away, inside the 20. Drake London to the 19-yard line, 31 on 4th and 11.
Used against the Eagles. He's been using it all night to get open one-on-one on the outside. That is a big-time play.
4th and goal. Penix, end zone, touchdown, held on to by Kyle Pitts, who does come up with a big play.
Huge game, end of the year. We've been waiting for a breakout moment, right? We've just been waiting for this out of Kyle Pitts, and both those guys got it done at the same.
The running backs, Bijan Robinson, and Penix is dropping back and throwing downfield, and a comeback with Mooney at the 45-yard line. He is inbounds. Inbounds, so Atlanta has to take a timeout.
Didn't come until 3 games ago.
Pistol formation from the 42. Penix fires. It's a bullet, and it's handled. What a grab by Hodge. Pro Bowl Hodge, 24 yards.
And when you first saw it, you wondered if Kyle Pitts was the intended receiver. I don't think so. It always was Kadarius Hodge. You see how Pitts was in the area? But Hodge was the intended receiver. And
10th play of the drive. Falcons looking for the touchdown. Penix out of the pocket. Penix, pump, angle, pylon, touchdown, Falcons. And now the officials are talking. Oh, he got there.
Touchdown.
Line of scrimmage is the 48. They get the play off. Penix, they handle the rush. Penix whips it downfield, complete. Atlanta has 2 timeouts remaining. 40 seconds on the clock. Penix in the pocket. That's a rope to London.
As he's getting them in back-to-back weeks. Invaluable experience for this young quarterback.
Get the snap off. Penix in the pocket. It's a deep shot downfield. Hauled in by McLeod.
And then his body part hits out of bounds, incomplete for that reason, fellas.
Yeah, you nailed that one, Gene. So close, but not there.
8 seconds. Try it again. London, touchdown! This third quarter, the Falcons find themselves down by 7. Fake the handoff. Penix driving it downfield, drops it in the bucket. London! Again and again, that combination has been dynamite. Falcons are down. The Buccaneers are up. Penix. Oh, what a bullet! Touchdown! Drake London!
For 4th and 13 last week against Washington, and it's essentially the same play. You just change the receiver, change the personnel, and he rips that throw right down the seam.